What's going on YouTube? Today I want to do a quick review of this robot right here. It's a robot that is unlike any other vacuum that I've actually seen before. Before we actually get to the unboxing, I want to show you something real quick. This robot has an anti-drop sensor. What that means is it doesn't matter where it's at. It could be on top of a cabinet, it could be upstairs at your house. It will not drop to the ground because of the anti-drop sensor. Now my house is a single-story house. That's why I actually brought it to the garage here to show you some of its capabilities. It's pretty cool. Now let's go inside and talk more about this robot. As far as unboxing experience, this is basically like any other unboxing of a robot vacuum. If you haven't unboxed any robot vacuum before, well, here it is for you guys. The vacuum feels nice, but it's very light. In fact, so light that it actually feels kind of cheap. Here you have a docking station that plugs into the wall. This is the part that automates the robot to automatically recharge once the battery is low. Cleaning tool for the filter. Extra zip ties for wires. Here you have a remote. This is the first vacuum that I have that actually came with a remote. Most of the other vacuums use the app. Here you have the plug that actually connects to the docking station. You have 4 brushes. 2 of them connects to the back of the robot and the other 2 are just extras. One thing I want you to notice is at the bottom you can see that it doesn't have a roller brush. It actually sucks. So this is the part that is actually different from most other vacuums. Most other vacuum would have a brush that actually sweeps. But part of the issue with those brushes is sometimes they can get tangled. Now with this type of vacuum, it sucks the dirt, so it doesn't have a brush. The downside to this is since it doesn't have a brush, it's not going to be the best on a carpet. However, it's going to be very good on hard floors. So this is the one difference between this and most other vacuum. Here you have the dustbin or trash can for dirt, and it also includes the filter in there. The dustbin is actually bigger than I expected. It's bigger than most of my other vacuums dustbin. Around the front you have 3 infrared sensors which will help it navigate and avoid hitting a whole bunch of things around the way while it vacuums. Just like I've done with the other vacuums, this is the area that I'm gonna be vacuuming. I'm gonna have this stool right here as an obstacle, and then I have all these other things that usually are in this area. This is my other vacuum, robot vacuum, which has a camera to navigate. This one doesn't have a camera. However, like I was mentioning earlier, it has 3 sensors in the front. So one of the beautiful things about this also, like I said earlier, is it has a remote, which comes in useful. That way I don't have to use the app. And I'm gonna start it now to vacuum this area and see how long it takes in comparison to my other vacuum and how well it does. Now because this one doesn't have the brush, I don't think it's gonna be best for an area that has a whole lot of carpet, so which is another reason why this area is good. So I have dirt on the ground, you know, from going in and out. I didn't put that vacuum on schedule because I wanted to try this and see how well it works. So starting now using the auto and see how it goes, and let's see how the dog reacts to it. Okay, one thing I noticed right away is this is a bit more quiet than the other ones. So I put it on automatic. So when it's on automatic, it just goes wherever. And let's see how long it takes for this to vacuum this area in comparison to my other vacuums. Now after cleaning this space, 2 things quickly surprised me. One is its ability to navigate very well, and 2 is how well it cleaned. The reason why this surprising me is because it doesn't have that brush and it does not have camera. So I wasn't expecting it to do that well, and it did very good in it. Now on the flip side, I would say This took a lot longer than I expected. Most of my other vacuums took about 14 to 17 minutes to clean this space. This same vacuum cleaned this space in 75 minutes. 75 minutes is a long time, but the battery did not die. So for my next test, I'm gonna have the vacuum my garage gym. Now, obviously, the vacuum is much better for hard floors or tile areas, but I decided that I'm gonna put it to the ultimate test, which is having it vacuum this garage where there's almost nothing but carpet. There's a lot of dirt on the floor because I just did some woodwork. So let's see how well it vacuums this garage. This is my training space right here. So on the start, I'm gonna put on auto and see how long it takes as well. As you can see, it slowly comes out. Okay, now let's see how well it does. This will be quite interesting. It's probably not gonna be a much harder challenge for this robot than a spot like this, because I literally have things everywhere. It's nothing but carpet, and let's just see how well it does. Wow, these are places that I almost never vacuum or clean because I can never get to it, and I'm quite surprised that the vacuum went inside. And it comes back out. This is great. This is great. So after about an hour, I decided to stop it, and I was quite surprised by how much this robot was able to pick up from the carpet, considering the vacuum itself doesn't have a roller brush. It just has the sweepers and it sucks the dirt off the ground. Anyways, for full disclosure, Erabros provided this vacuum to me for free in exchange for a review. However, everything I say in this video is my opinion, and I was not influenced by them or paid by them in any form at all. If you have a budget of around $100, using my code in the description, I highly recommend this robot. But if your budget is somewhere closer to 200, then there are other robot vacuums that can do a better job than this vacuum, because there are other robots that are around the $150 to $200 price range that actually have cameras which will help in navigation. Because this robot doesn't have a camera, it takes a lot longer to complete the job. But then again, it is rechargeable and it automatically recharges itself, so that might not be a problem for you. But for me, if I have a robot, I want it to get the job done as quickly as possible. If my budget is around $100, this is what I'll be going for. If you need something that is more capable and you have a bigger budget, then check out my last video for the best robot vacuums under $200. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys at the next one.